let's focus on the characters right quick. You know what I'm saying? Boys in the Hood, Doughboy. You define Doughboy. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Doughboy is the leader of the pack. You know, my dog Doughboy hustling here on the block all day. You know what I'm saying? The pack coming over to his mom's house. Everybody hanging out on the block with Doughboy. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be real. Let's actually measure Doughboy ability to call himself a man. Like what type of lifestyle is Doughboy living? And Doughboy gang banging, he in car shows, he hanging out, they blasting at individuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you really like it's that's why the movie it refers to them as boys. You see what I'm saying? I'm calling it mama boys. You see what I'm saying? Because we already be knowing a lot of cats coming from these single single parent households, and their mama is the head of the family. But check out how their mamas deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Your mama talk to you like she hates you. Cuss you out every time she talk to you, kill your self-esteem every time she talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing that's setting the stage for you to become that type of person to think that that's okay. For you to allow women to talk to you like that, for you to get back at women talking to them like that, like it knocks you all the way off your balance of being a man, bro. Not only that, she letting you stay. Bro, even birds in the wild, bro, kick they youngin' out the nest after a certain while because you have to be sometimes forced into being independent. You know what I'm saying? The pain and the responsibility that we be trying to run from. Like, man, I ain't trying to pay the rent and pay the car note and pay the insurance, man. I'm gonna get mama to do. Like, bro, nah, you gotta actually embrace that because it's going through that is what's gonna make you a man. And why I say that, not solely every aspect of a man, but the mind, put you in the mindset of, listen, I'm solely responsible for me. So whatever I gotta do to come to actually sustain my situation, my independence, and that's what I gotta do. That's what a big part about being man is, bro. It's about you figuring it out. And the only way you learn to figure it out is if you actually got them critical thinking skills that you can only birth through experience. Bro, when I was out here in this world on my own and I had to fund my own place to stay and I had to, you know, purchase my own vehicle, that taught me what it meant to take care of me as a man. We're not even thinking about bringing no woman or no child into this situation because first and foremost, I got to show and prove that I can provide for myself solely. Once we get across that hump, now we in the position to be able to bring in the extra so that way not only are we providing for ourselves, but we can provide for others. Man, we so disconnected and so long from the actual independent black man, bro, to the point where it's like, I know the generations that's being born now don't even know what that is. And that's a dangerous thing, bro, because kids mimic what they see. So imagine millions of young people, young boys per se, all around America, growing up, never actually seeing or learning what it means to be a real man. They only get taught how to deal with situations the way that they saw their mama do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, once again, it's a bigger web than just focusing on our young boys. You know what I'm saying? However, just in this video, you know, I'm focusing on them because I'm trying to show how, with the culture being the way it is, we're being led to become mama's boys in the hoods. You see what I'm saying? But this is what's going on, bro. It's no real, we're not seeing no real manhood, so we don't know what to mimic. Young boys get old enough to go outside, bro, and all you see out there is the regular hood stuff, bro. The hustling, the banging, the hanging out, these under the tree all day, or those who fortunate enough to have a job, go to work. You got to be honest, bro. That'll drive any young person to go do something different. Once again, teenagers, they got more time at being a child than they do at being a young adult. So they children for real at heart. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I can remember like my pops and my grandpops. Men, if you ever saw one. Because I'm talking about these dudes who, they don't make a lot of noise. You know what I'm saying? They move with purpose every day. You know what I'm saying? They got motion, multiple sources of income. It's not necessarily in stocks and all that type stuff, but for sure, my granddaddy, everybody knew in his town, he the king of the crab legs. You know, he got the fish spot. You know what I'm saying? Or he tow vehicles on the side. You know what I'm saying? Or he throw parties or whatever. Multiple sources of income. So that way he can sustain his life and the life of those that he actually, you know, brought into this world and made a family with. Manhood. Provider and protector. You see what I'm saying? We done got so far away from that, bro, we don't even know what it looked like. In turn, mama's boys in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. Now let's talk about the next, I think, important character is Trey. If we look at Trey, bro, this Cuba Gooding Jr. in the movie, the difference between Trey and all the rest of the characters, Trey had a father, bro. Not a daddy. Trey had a father. A man who understood manhood, who understood who he was, and understood how this American society worked enough to be able to teach to him how to be a man. You see what I'm saying? We talking about, check out the conversations that Furious Styles was having with his son Trey Styles when they was together. Son, what you know about sex? You see what I'm saying? Using protection? You know what I'm saying? Real estate, gentrification, know who you are as a black man. Those are the conversations that you got to have with a young boy, because you have to be mindful that you're dealing with an undeveloped mind. I say this all the time. Every person born into the world, bro, has a sense of belonging. They need to belong to something. You got to let them know what clique they're a part of. And a sense of identity. They need to know who they are, bro. Because if I don't know who I am, whatever you give me, I'm going to take it, like I said. So when a young boy old enough to go outside and he look outside and all he sees is the bangers, the hustlers, and the unemployed or the employed, them the only options you giving him in his little small mind. He don't know real estate is an option. He don't know starting a business is an option. He thinking I'm going to have to be a hustler, a banker, unemployed, or the employed. And none of that is appealing for real. Not coming from the hood in environments where being employed mean I got to work at the local McDonald's, making $7.25. Who I'm gonna provide for that? And then we wonder why they get money and all they do is go buy clothes and shoes. For one, they still in the boy mentality, but at the same time, I'm not making enough to be able to provide for anything. But the difference between, like I said, that brother Trey, he had a father. His father poured into him. We also saw how the movie ended. Trey ended up in Atlanta, going to college, off to a better life, while everybody else that he knew and hung up with, dead or in prison. This is the type of stuff we're trying to get you to think about, bro, where you actually choose what result you want in life, how you want it to end. Because if you don't, there's already a system in place for you. So once again, I want you to focus on the system because it's there and it don't mean you a whole lot of well. However, I want you to focus more on what you can do to defy the odds, not be what they want you to be. It takes a lot of guts, bro, because you're going to be standing alone a lot of time amongst a lot of ignorant-minded people who feel like you done went soft or you lost it because you want to do something different or you want a better life for yourself. You see what I'm saying? So once again, the difference between somebody like Doughboy, who is being molded to be a mama's boy in the hood, and the difference between somebody like Trey, who was molded to be a man, to be a thinker for himself. If you remember, every time a situation happened, Trey had his own opinion. You see what I'm saying? All right. Trey and Ricky walking down the street. Oh, shit, here come the Bloods. Hey, Rick, man, hold on. Let's not go that way. Let's cut through here. You see what I'm saying? Trey and Ricky walking to the store after Ricky got in a fight with Doughboy. Ricky, man, you know what? Bump the hood, man. I'm about to go in the military. Trey had his own opinion. You about to do what? Don't go in the military, man. I'm telling you, black man ain't got no place in the white man's army. He got his own opinion. You know, he got all emotional. You know what I'm saying? When Ricky got shot, he want to jump in the car with Doughboy. Got his daddy 357. You know, on the ride there, he got his own mind. I'm telling you, bro, you'll be in the heat of the moment, bro, and God will come to you if God with you, and that's exactly what happened. So what he say? Hey, yo, Doe, let me out. Hey, yo, Doe, let me out. Now, a lot of us criticize Trey because it's like, oh, he's soft. Bro done got out. He ain't even want to slide. Bro, what type of, you on, bro? You on? But if you think about it, it was that getting out that saved Trey's life. Once again, you got to ask yourself, how do you want the outcome of your life to look? Those who don't think, those who don't got their own opinion about themselves, about life, about situations they're in, you end up as a victim, homie, dead or in jail. I'm speaking from experience because I was that young dude on my block all day hustling with my homeboys. You see what I'm saying? Jumped in the car with some older homies, went and hit a skit when in my mind, I'm just supposed to be going to the other spot to get right and come back to the hood and do my thing. Went and did a skit. And once I got out that car and did my thing, I ain't seen the streets for another 10 years, bro. Because in that situation, I didn't exercise my own opinion about what I thought about things. You see what I'm saying? I didn't press the line on what I was going to do and what I wasn't going to do. I was in a situation where my back was against the wall, and instead of me standing tall and saying, "No, I ain't with that," I'm like, "Shit, you know what? I'm down with whatever. Let's do it." Not thinking, bro. Just acting. So you got to see, man. You got to see. The biggest message here, bro, is for us to start using our intellect over our emotions. A lot of us, bro, we jump off of the porch into a culture that's already there. So it ain't like we can do nothing to change it. But I want you to see that that culture is rigged already. That game is rigged. The traps and everything is already set for you. I'm trying to get you to make the decisions to not go down that path, bro. Like they said, thank me later. That's what this is, bro. Because there ain't nothing but a lot of pain and heartache there. When you enter that world, man, if you don't participate, that world can easily turn on you, and now you got, hell on your hands. You see what I'm saying? You got to be the individual who know who you are and what you want out of this thing. Bro, they can't knock us from coming from gang influenced hoods. That wasn't my, aspirations. Because of my family situation, bro, I ended up in an environment that was influenced by gangs. All my peers influenced by gangs. Whether you wanted to participate or not. Early 2000s Columbia, walking down the streets and pull up, hop out real quick, 2-3 individuals and like, what's up? You put me in a position where I have to react a certain type of way, And when you get tired of getting ran down on, when you get tired of dudes going upside your head or going in your pockets, you're going to choose up. Now, that wasn't my situation, but I saw it happen to so many people. Say the wrong word that can be disrespectful to a gang and somebody going in your mouth. That was the environment. I keep telling y'all, bro, environments are like incubators. They create a certain type of people. With all this stuff we speaking about, boys in the hood, baby boy, this concept of boys being demasculated, men being demasculated to boys, bro, a lot of this stuff got to do with the cultures of the environments we in, bro. For us to think that, like marriage is not an option. We letting go of the stuff that keep us together. We already done let go of the concept of us being a people all around this country. We done let it go. The dude live next door to you, you like, F that N-word. I don't care about him, F him. Y'all living in the same hood, going through the same struggle, but internal beef? How we ever gonna get out? And now it's so real to the point where we can't even hold families together no more, bro. You know how dangerous that is when everybody else in the world are family oriented. This reminds me of being in the penitentiary, bro. You walk in the dorm, everybody in here in the gang. 3 of y'all walk in the dorm. Y'all supposed to be from the same gang, which is different from everybody else in here. So we know we in danger as soon as we walk in here. But instead of letting our unity keep us strong and safe, we arguing and bickering amongst each other. You know how easy it is for the opposition to pluck us off? Your unity is your power, bro. That's a universal truth. To humans, to animals, togetherness is your power. As long as you divide it, bro, we'll pluck you off. Look into the wild. The first chance a wildebeest, a zebra, a hyena, impala steps away from the group, you fooled, homie, you fooled. And you're going to get ate alive. Man, y'all know the different pains y'all be dealing with. A lot of us deal with some of the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hurt because you ain't got nobody, or you feel like you ain't got nobody. Can't trust nobody. Can't trust my girl, bro. A lot of y'all, bro, you sleeping with the enemy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole lot of self-inventory we got to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to wake up to this stuff, bro. And once again, bro, I know ain't really nobody bringing it like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. We in South Carolina. I know ain't really nobody bringing it like this. You know what I'm saying? This why a lot of, and bro, I focus on men, bro, because I think, like, the problem with our people start with the men. You know what I'm saying? If you do your history, bro, a lot of the initial attacks was on the black man. You know what I'm saying? Whether we talking about like the crack era and the effects of that, the attacks was on us first. You know what I'm saying? Making our women feel low. You know what I'm saying? Like just going too hard with the sexuality stuff when it come to our women. And you had good girls, bro. You think about it. Not, and this not to say that every woman is perfect and all that type stuff, but man, we take it back a few decades, bro. Seeing women the way they are now, bro, that was unheard of back then. Women really like held on to the idea of modesty and making a man respect her. You know what I'm saying? It bring me flowers. You want my attention. Take me out. I don't mind doing all that. We don't mind doing all that. But you ain't going to use it as a wager like I'm some type of trick or something out here. And that's what it's become, bro. Look, I love black women. Y'all so beautiful to me, bro. Like, but however, I'm not to be played with. I'm a man. I ain't going for it. You see what I'm saying? So all the tricks and the games, bro, y'all don't realize we participating in the activities at such a high level right now. The same activities that put us in the position that we are in now, where a lot of us hate our parents, mad at them, mama, you ain't do this, daddy, you ain't doing this. But right now, in your 20s and your 30s, you playing. You got a child who looking up to you. Are you making sure they got good credit, you know what I'm saying, or in a position to have good credit after high school? Are you making sure that there's a property to be put in their name so they don't have to struggle and go through the same stuff we going through, knowing that it's only going to get hard moving into the future? Or are you out here partying and bullshitting, playing, only to leave another generation of your bloodline in poverty and then want forgiveness when you 50, 60 years old and they like, nah, ma, I ain't fucking with you because that shit you was on, but you brought me trauma. Pardon my language, but you got to understand the pain we passing down all by partying and bullshitting. Y'all must have forgot like we on the other side of enemy lines, bro. There's a first obligation to save yourself, bro. Get out of the hood. You know what I'm saying? Get out of the form of slavery that's alive and well right here, right now in 2025. Get out of it. The psychological slavery, the economical slavery. Get out of that stuff. You see what I'm saying? How do you get out of the psychological stuff? Learn about how this world work and change, bro. A lot of us come from dysfunctional families, homie. So you don't realize you moving around this world and you dysfunctional. You don't know what it takes to sustain your life, let alone a family. The healing process really come with you doing that, what they call that shadow work, that internal stuff, finding out why I feel like this, why I need a love mate, or why, you know what I'm saying? Like some of the stuff we attach to is really just you know, exercising or living out your traumas, some of it rooted from childhood. Man, we got to heal. We got to get right. You see what I'm saying? Like, get your mind right. Then when you get your mind right, get your pockets right. When you get your mind and your pockets right, now you in the position to say, okay, what type of life I want for myself. I know it's going to look different for everybody, and that's cool. But when you're in the position to not only determine that, but you got the resources to manifest and bring that to life, now you living, homie. Now you living. Being somebody who like don't have to go to work for somebody else, I never would have imagined life on this side of things. You see what I'm saying? Well, true indeed, I'm up early every morning and stuff like that, but I'm not up every morning rushing so I can make it to the clock in. So I don't start my day out with high anxiety. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to start my day and actually enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Hear the birds and stuff. The stuff we don't pay attention to because we be on the hustle and bustle. I'm able to be thankful for another chance at this life. You know what I'm saying? So it fueled me every day. I wake up with that energy, you know, that positive vibe to be able to put myself in the lab like I'm doing right now and get this free game to help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? While I continue to handle my affairs and build my business. Got to change our mindsets. Get out of that psychological slavery and that financial slavery and put ourselves in a different position. Because if not, like we already see, the culture ain't going to do nothing but continue to keep producing mama's boys in the hood. And as long as mama boys in the hoods are the standard of the new man, what you think that means for the standard of the woman? What you think that means the standard of the children? But everybody want to complain, oh, these YNs. That YN was your 3-year-old, 2-year-old, 1-year-old little boy at one point. What happened? What happened? Once again, there's not no shot at you. I'm just showing you there's a system in place to keep you busy so you don't got the time to focus on your child. When you render up that time to focus on your child, their attention go to media. Media raise your child. And then outside of that, then they go into the environment. And then they realize, hey, my peers at school, we all watch the same media, we all act the same. Let's fight. You know what I'm saying? We all watch the same media, we all act the same. Let's sex. We all watch the same media, we all act the same. Let's drug, let's get drunk. I'm not knocking a good time. I know people gonna do what they do. However, in reference to kids, that's how we lose them, homie. That's how we lose them. Just saying, man, we gotta be stand-up adults, man, and put ourselves in a position to save our youngest, bro. If you just saying, bump it, man, this is my life, I'm gonna die anyway, all right, cool, die. You know what I'm saying? But don't let that next one, don't let the next generation follow you on that path of dying, bro. If nothing else, do it for them, bro. Do it for them. You see what I'm saying? So, man, look, let's turn this whole concept of being mama's boys in the hood back to being men in the hood. Men in the hood. I'm in the hood. Don't get me, I'm in the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the hood represents something different. Like the brand say, because I'm living to inspire. I'm grabbing the hand of a young person and saying, hey, bro, let me teach you the game. Don't become a victim out here. You see what I'm saying? Unfortunately, everybody ain't gonna make it. Because some dudes, they just too gangster to learn anything. And that's cool, bro. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to try to save everybody. I'm here to just be a tool for the Most High. So that way I can be somebody who come from amongst the people, but represent something different. So if there's anybody there who my message or the way I live or carry myself or the things that I'm participating in touch your heart in any way, tap in, rise and shine, bro. You can hit me at JPower.homie.com or catch me on social media at JPowerTheHomie. Hit me, tap in, get this information. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? But for those of y'all who too gangster to learn, bro, don't even look this way. We ain't got nothing for you, my dog. I'll see you. What's happening? You know? But come on, man. Tighten up. Let's get it, man. Once again, another powerful message from the power. You know, JPower the homie. Rise and shine. Living to inspire. Representing something different. JPower the homie. Rise and shine. Representing something different by living to inspire. Peace.